Hello, this is Peter from the Retro Kernel channel. Today I'll return to a device I've already talked about on my channel, the C64, but this time in a different context, namely in the context of a very simple, maybe the simplest method for playing old C64 games. As everyone knows, to play, you first have to load. A whole bunch of different types of devices were created for the Commodore 64 that made it possible. Some easier to use like Kung Fu Flash, others more complex like SD to IEC, or the simplest and cheapest like tape card. All these devices have one thing in common. They require using another computer, finding the source of the file, uploading it to the card, and only then we can upload the file to Commodore. A bit time-consuming, not excessively, but still. Using WIC64, we can save ourselves most of this work. We just need to load a program that supports our WIC modem, and that's it. We can play. Now we have to mention one problem. To be able to run WIC, we will need another device to load the file with its program. Unfortunately, WIC does not have a built-in program to support it, and it needs an external source of this file. Fortunately, most of us have some other file loader. I will use the cheapest one, tape card. For those unfamiliar, tape card is a device plugged into the tape recorder port that loads PRG files from an SD card. It would be best to show this in action. Let's turn off the computer and connect what we need. Okay, we have now everything connected, so let's turn on the C64 and see if it works. Yes, the computer works, but to check if the WIC64 works, we have to look behind the computer. It seems to work. The WIC displays an IP address, which means it has connected correctly to my Wi-Fi network. I talked about how to configure the WIC when you first time plug it into the C64 in my previous video about it, so I won't repeat that today. Let's get back to the monitor and start play. We start by launching the file uploader. As you already know, in my case it is tape card, the advantage of which is that the file browser starts very quickly and easily. Now all we need to do is find the file with the program that supports WIC64, which can be downloaded from the project's website, and run it. That's all we need a file uploader for. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the WIC64 panel. As you can see in the upper right corner, I'm already logged into my WIC account. Now let's find what this movie is about. First we go to the File Area menu, and here we find the gem we are interested in. WIC64 Gamebox. We confirm our selection with the Enter key. Wait a moment and it's done. The application is running. Okay, but what is it? As it says on the screen, a game archive with about 2,000 files. Just type the title you are interested in the search engine. What could it be? Let me think. I know. Let it be Gina Sisters. Let's try. As you can see, the game has been found. We confirm our selection. Of course, with the Enter key, now we wait a few seconds for the game to download and... there it is. Gianna Sisters, the game is running. Now that we have it loaded, I'll just check if it really works and that we can play. Okay, that's enough. Now there is no doubt, playing games through WIC64 works very well. Okay, so what is the conclusion of my film? I would like to say WIC64 is all that is needed to play retro games on our Commodore. Unfortunately, due to the need to upload a file supporting the modem from an external source, this is not entirely true. However, if you have some file uploader, WIC64 is a very interesting solution. In addition, this device is used for much more than just playing, but I already talked about that in my other film. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, and until next time.